right, I'm thrilled to be here. This is just like coming home. You fill my heart. You just fill my heart. So, for those that do not know me, I'm a little bit of a crybaby. So if I cry, just turn me loose, just let me go, because sometimes I touch my own heart. But I just want to tell you, my name is Maureen Gail Mulvaney. My mama named me that, so my initials will be MGM, her big production. That's a true story. You can't even make that stuff up. And so I'm here today to make a big production. And I want to thank each and every one of you for wearing red. Why I wanted you to wear red. Number one, it's a vibrant color. You just feel energetic when you wear it. Number two, y'all have heart. Period. End of story. They say that the kitchen is the heart of the home. So that must mean that the cafeteria is the heart of the school. You are the heart, whether you like it or not, and we are the heart. That means now more than ever, these 2 years of COVID have absolutely hurt us in many ways, but it's also given us the opportunity to step on up and revive, because we are the heart of the school. So we have to be more loving to each other, more loving to ourselves, and more loving to the parents and students that we serve. So that's why I will ask you to wear red, because on those days that you're feeling a little down, a little discouraged, what I want you to do is touch that red and remember this feeling that you are the heart of the school. You are heart of every single school in America, and you are saving America one 5-star meal, school meal at a time. So that's who I want to talk about today. I don't just like school nutrition. If y'all don't know who I am, I adore you. I absolutely love you. And never will I let anybody disrespect you or you disrespect each other. So I want to start by telling you the story. I speak all over the nation. Thankfully, God bless, y'all have made me the #1 rated school nutrition speaker in the nation. So let's give it up for that. Thank you for doing that. I say, y'all are the ones I absolutely adore. I was speaking in New York, and like I'm doing today, this is not a presentation. I don't want you to think of this as a presentation. I want you to think of this as a heart rally. Today, we are having a heart rally. I want to touch your heart because you touch my heart every single day. I believe you are the most important people in the school system. I know that because I know who you are. I was speaking to a whole bunch of you, and they had red shirts on. You could tell that we were having a heart rally. And to my right, there was a side door. And in that side door comes this guy. He was a teacher. I could tell he was a teacher because he disregarded all of the people that were sitting in front of me. And he just kind of thought he could just walk right past y'all. So like I said, I will never let anybody disrespect you. So he started, because what had happened is they usually came in the right side, walked across the front of the room, and went to their classrooms down to the left. So he's coming right for this group, and he starts to walk in front of y'all, and I just went, ah. And then he made the biggest mistake of his life. He walked in front of me. Ah, I had the microphone. And so sure enough, and I'm 5 foot nothing. Y'all can't tell that from this picture, but I am. And this guy was 6'4". He was a tall drink of water. I had to look up, crane my neck just to even see him. So what happened is I was so stunned, because listen to me. I know everybody in this audience, I know what you would have done. If you had come into that room, would you have walked in front of a group that was having a presentation? Not in a million years. Your school nutrition, you have rules, and you're polite. And you would have what? Walked around. That would have been the smart thing to do. But this guy walks right in front of me. So like I said, I will never have anybody disrespect y'all. So what did I do? I stopped him right in his step, and I put my hand up and I said, respectfully, sir. Now you have to understand, I'm from the South, and in the South, we can tell you to go to hell in such a way that you enjoy the trip. Yes, that's what we do. I know y'all like that one. But anyway, so this guy said, respectfully, and I stopped him right then. I looked him right in the eye, tried to, and I said to him, sir, I realize you are a teacher, and I know you do not get paid enough for what you do. But I said, you're sitting in front of you. I want you to know who you're walking in front of. These are the school nutrition professionals in this school. They do as much, if not more work than you do every single day, and they get paid a fraction of what you get paid. And on top of that, they have to put up with people that devalue them. So let me take a moment to educate you on who you are walking in front of. You see, before you, you have school nutrition professionals. These are the people that are serving your students every single day fruits, vegetables, whole grain, protein, and milk in the exact right proportions to keep reduce childhood obesity. And they are serving these meals every single day because they're saving America by one 5-star meal at a time. What they do for you is 1 out of every 5 kids in the United States of America is hungry. These are your students, and they are feeding them these exceptional nutrients. And that means they raise your test scores, they lower your behavior problems, and they serve these nutritious meals from the safest, cleanest kitchens on the planet. So, sir, I'm going to ask you to please respect my wonderful professionals. And you may have 2 choices. You may either A, sit yourself down and enjoy this presentation, or you may walk around. Which would you prefer to do? This guy, y'all would have just walked around. What did he do? He went to give me some flack because he was from New York. I might be little, honey, but I'm not putting up with that from anybody. And so I raised my hand again because now I think he couldn't hear me. I raised it up and I said, sir, respectfully, let me educate you on who you're walking in front of. These are the school nutrition professionals that are saving America one 5-star meal at a time. They serve your children fruits, vegetables, whole grain, protein, and milk in the exact right proportions every single day to reduce childhood obesity. They are raising your test scores. They are lowering your behavior problems, and they are serving it from the safest, cleanest kitchens on the planet. You can eat off their floors. So let me again, sir, make it clear to you. Precious, would you rather sit yourself down or walk around? And so what did he do? He finally says, ma'am, I'll walk around. So he gets halfway around that room, and I looked at him and I said, sugar, would you be so kind as to tell every other teacher in this school, don't you dare come in that side door because I don't want you disrespecting school nutrition. And so we didn't have another person walk through that door in the afternoon. Why I tell you this story is I think y'all do not know your importance. Somehow, I don't know how it happens, and I think it's because y'all are just so humble. You're just the most humble people on the planet. Lord have mercy, you won't toot your own horn. You got to toot toot. You got to toot toot. You can't just sit back. You have to now. It's time. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I've had enough. I've had enough of us in school nutrition acting mamby-pamby. I taught school for 20 years. I loved you then. I love you now. And so we've got to stop this mamby-pamby. If we're going to thrive in 2021, we got to step on up. We got to stand up, and we got to speak up. And I don't say you have to do it in a mean way. You can do it in the kindest, most compassionate way, but you have to start speaking up so that people know who we are. Somehow they don't get who we are. And so what we have to do is we have to show them. And the best way to show them is start speaking up. You see, I did teach school for many, many years in a very, very poor part of Maryland. It was called Port Tobacco. And just like you, I had students that were living in poverty. I had students that their mamas and daddies had lost their job. I had some students that mamas and daddies had gone to jail. I had some students that most of my students were CEP. And so I had some challenging times back then. And this is what you've got going on right now. And then you put COVID on top of that, and we've got some challenges. But we have got to know we are the heart of the school. And for us to be the heart, we have got to know who we are. We've got to stand up for ourselves, because I know that Alaska is a small, big state. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody. And so what has to happen is we have got to start speaking up, and we've got to start supporting each other. Let's use this and learn how to speak this. And let me show you how to do it. Sometimes I, as a teacher, we might have had a field trip, and I might have forgotten to put my lunch list in with y'all, but y'all liked me because I was sweet and y'all really liked me. And so, but the other teachers, if they didn't do it, they would get mad. And what happens when a teacher gets mad? They come zooming down to your lunchroom and to your cafeteria, and they start yelling. And here's what we do. Instead of us sticking together like glue, we go, whew, glad she's not yelling at me. And we just take off and we let one person take it. We can't do that anymore. We got to stick together like glue, because the only way we're going to make it through this pandemic, the only way we're going to make it through these challenges that we've got facing us, is to do it better, stronger together. So repeat after me. Just say it to yourself. We are better, stronger together. We are better, stronger together. Let me see your lips move. We are better, stronger together. We are better, stronger together. That's how we're going to get through this pandemic. Better, stronger together. So we got to stick together. So the next time a teacher or a parent or an administrator comes down and they're not happy with something y'all are doing, instead of just getting upset, this is what I want you to do. Every single one of you that is not already engaged with a student, I want you to come back from the person that they're yelling at and stand behind them. You don't have to say anything. All you have to do is stand there and support them. I want you to put your hand on their shoulder. And then I want the person that they're yelling at to say these words, because you can't step up, you can't stand up if you don't know how to speak up. So you got to speak up like this. And you look at Mrs. Jones and you say, Mrs. Jones, I can see from the sound of your voice that you're as passionate about these children as we are. You start by complimenting them, even if you have to make it up. And you say, I can see you're as passionate as we are about these children. And let me please to educate you as to what we do here. We are school nutrition professionals, and we serve your children fruits, vegetables, whole grain, protein, and milk in the exact right proportion to reduce childhood obesity. Because 1 out of every 5 kids in the United States is hungry, this is helping to raise your test scores, lower your behavior problems, and we serve these nutritious meals from the safest, cleanest kitchens on the planet. And you can eat off our floors. So we would like to invite you to come eat off our floors. So what day would be best for you, Wednesday or Thursday? Precious. And so, oh, come on, shake your hands. You know you like that. And so what you're going to do, if you can learn to say this, it's brilliant, because A, it calms them right down. B, it lets them know who you are and that you're on their side. You will help them, because it used to be 1 in 5. I'm telling you, just yesterday I heard it is 1 in 4. This is heartbreaking. We're the richest country in the world. And we got 1 out of every 4 kids in the United States of America is hungry. And so y'all got to understand this. We no longer can continue just doing business the way we've been doing it. We have got to change virtually everything. And this COVID has shaken us up to the point that has given us the opportunity to do that. So that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to learn to step up. We're going to learn to stand up, and we're going to learn to speak up. Because is there anybody, raise your hand in this audience, if you think it is not the right thing to feed these children fruits, vegetables, whole grain, protein, and milk? Is there anybody that thinks that's the wrong thing to do? Of course it's not. Those are our 5 meal components. And yet some of y'all going, I didn't know we did that. Yes, that's what we've been serving since 2010, when we went crazy when they wanted us to do it. We serve fruits, vegetables, whole grain, protein, and milk. Everybody put your right hand up, please, and show, well, let's do it together. What do we serve? Fruits, vegetables, whole grain, protein, and milk. Notice where I put whole grain. No, don't put that on camera. Don't record that. I put whole grain here because y'all have had the most trouble with whole grain. And still to this day, you keep saying whole grain, but the pasta won't stick together. Well, go to that virtual food show because I know they've got pasta that can stick together. So I want to stop hearing that stuff. And we want to do fruits, vegetables, whole grain, protein, and milk. Listen to me. You're the only ones on the planet serving this. The only ones. There's not a fast food restaurant in America that hold a candle to you. And you are the only ones because the mamas and daddies, I'll guarantee you they're not doing it because we stopped home economics in 1990. So these parents don't know how to serve fruits, vegetables, whole grain, protein, and milk. You're the only ones that are doing this, and you're the heart of the school. So let me hear you say, I am the most important person in the school system. Everybody touch your shirt, touch your thing. I am the most important person in the school system. Why? Because 1 out of every 5 kids is hungry, and who's got the food? We do. Who can serve these kids fruits, vegetables, whole grain, and protein and milk? We can. And so we're the ones getting the job done. So I want you to know, I truly believe in my heart of hearts that you're the most important people in the school system. And